Alright, so welcome back. Hoping you guys are having a fabulous day. Today, we are talking about the best units of 2022. Trust me now, there's a lot of them. Literally doing this entire video, I'm recording this intro afterwards. Oh my god, majority of the units that released this year were actually good. They served a purpose, each one had something, and each one were fun and useful for what they did. Sure, maybe one of them I include here may not be meta defining, but in some teams it actually works and can counter some, pretty good teams. So, with it, there are some questionable picks here, but all these units I feel are great. Again, some of them were not so great, a few of them were, but overall, great year for Grand Cross, I would say. Some of the units were really fun, and the metas were kind of like actually spread out. It was pretty cool. So, like and subscribe, let's jump into it, let's talk about it. Basically, what I did here today is I counted all the way from Meliodas, which released basically December 30th, but it released for Global 1.6, so I'm going to count it in this year, all the way from all these banners here up until Griamore and Ultimate Escanor's release being November 24th. Next, we could see Maliel, or we could see Meliodas, we'll see what that is, but all of these units here I will be including in this video. I'll first go over them and just talk about them, and then let you know if they were the best, or if they fell short by it. By a little bit, by a lot, what happened? Let's jump into it. So to start this off, what I went and did basically is, I opened up every single character that released this year in order. Took me forever, but I did do it, alright? I did do it, so we're going to go down the list, and I'll mark which one's the best and tell you which one, you gotta get it. First off, with the worst character, I'm just kidding, this is like literally the best character in the game, almost. I think it is the best character at a point. Literally carries you through PvE, PvP, PvE, anything. That is this character, Trainer Meliodas. You don't even need an explanation. You just got to know that this guy is an absolute Chad. And the last year, this is why everyone's scared of the end of year. Because if anything, like if the end of year unit is anything like this unit right here, oh my god, you got to get it, right? Next, we had Light Sariel following Meliodas here, which a very strong unit. And whatever you might say, okay? People are like, oh, Advent Tarmiel, what is it? The new Tarmiel that dropped. He's better than Sariel. You gotta keep it in mind, yeah, the Tarmiel is great. His grace is 10 out of 10, but the amount of like help Sariel has given the entire community on final bosses, on story content, on everything, his counter has literally saved us, okay? This stupid little counter has officially made us like be able to clear content, okay? This counter plus this relic equals just like perfection, okay? Literally perfection. You gotta get this if you can. Really, I gotta say on this list, this is one of the best units. Has to be, okay? The amount of content you carry through is pretty insane. Scotty also, I would say, is very, very good. For like majority of the bosses, I would say that she's definitely on the list. You have to include her. You really can't just like let her go. I'll be honest, she's great. She's good for a lot of content. Her relic wasn't... Her relic's alright, so her relic's pretty good actually, but that's it. Again, you have to farm I think the dogs now to get that, which a lot of people have not already, because there's no benefit in farming the dogs right now, because there's literally, there's no relic with Thonar yet that helps you complete it super fast. There's no unlimited farming. It's weird. So we'll see what happens there. A latte did fall behind. I've never played Knighthood boss, okay? Like where I use a latte. So I don't know if she's good or bad. I have never once used her in the Knighthood boss for two reasons. I don't have her for one, I think. And second reason, it's just, I don't know. So I get a high enough score without her. I don't know if she's good or bad. So I'll X this one out, but the community has to, or the comments has to let me know. Was that good or bad? Malaskala Fate though on the second one here. She's actually pretty good. Like she's good for a few pieces of content I did see, and she's good on some teams. It's like, she's not like a 10 out of 10 character, but she definitely is pretty helpful. In some things, she's good on some teams, right? But not like the best of the entire year. So I can definitely X this one out. She's good. She's definitely good. I'll leave it open. It's like an eh. It's an eh right there, right? Because she's good in some things, but she's not like the greatest that will carry through everything. For example, again, like I'm trying to do the best as this. One of the best. The counter just saved you. Scotty is so helpful in a lot of content if you can get her. For example, she can help you literally beat the wolves for some characters, so just keep that in mind. Deanne also was very, very good. Again, she didn't release to be too hot, and then Tarmiel dropped, and now she's really hot, right? I'm trying to say like as in usage. So that sounded okay. Moving forward, great character, the taunt and everything helps in a lot of content, helps with a lot of character, characters, demonic beast, all of that. Great character, good on PvP. I like it. Next up, Elaine. Now, she was good. I haven't seen her that much recently. I wouldn't say she's like 10 out of 10 anymore, but she definitely released at a time where like you could have used her on some teams, like a shock team with the old king. Maybe like when the new king drops and we get like a relic for him, or like the new relic for New King, right? Maybe like this team comes back, but there was a team that was run with this. She wasn't bad, but definitely not like 10 out of 10 material to be on the list, so I'll pass that one up. Ragnarok Bond, I literally have no explanation here. His passive is like godsend, so yeah, Bond's on the list. Okay, Bond's on the list. Yorm, don't even have to say anything. She's a Ragnarok, demonic beast oriented character. I don't gotta say anything. Red Sarmiel, you literally know. Like, look at this. We just went back-to-back banners. If you think about this, right? We went Bond into already. No, not even. We went Queen Diane, which is a must-have. Again, not at launch, but she definitely was a must-have afterwards. But we went into Bond, which is again a must-have. Yorm, a must-have. Sarmiel, basically a must-have. And then following this, also, if you just want to see it, it's Rimuru. So whatever you may say, Rimuru has carried me through a lot of stuff, and Rimuru is just also really damn good. I would say this, maybe a hot take. Rimuru has not fallen off yet in PvP by any means. He definitely does help, okay? He does. In a lot of content, he does help me. And in PvP, he still remained on one of my teams for a little bit. But now, given Escanor, I don't know how that went, but still a good character, right? Still a good character. We have Shuna up next. I'm sorry. Shuna's not it. She's all right. Nah. I have to X that out. Nope. Shuna's great, but just not great. So she's like, it's a fitty. That's what it is. It's a fitty, right? So moving forward, we have Iron Blood Mono. Another great character. She's actually really good. So when she released at a terrible time where nobody could summon for her, okay? If you summoned for her, you either loved Mono, you saw that her kit was actually pretty good, or you just saved gems. Like, there was only those things. You just really couldn't summon on her because you had Rimuru before that, Tarmia before that. So if you were saving for, like, meta stuff and, like, Yorm before that, and then Elizabeth right after that, it came down to a bad area. But the character itself was very good and still is, okay? I do see some mono teams being run, and in some format, she does, like, kind of decimate. So I will leave her on the list. She's very good. So that I'll let that one slide. Yeah, no, Captain Hawk, I'm sorry. Captain Hawk is so bad. It's like a 2017, 2018, 2019 unit. Like, before even Grand Cross released, that's how old that unit is. That's, like, just weird, okay? Just such a weird unit. But, Elizabeth, oh my god, she's still great, okay? People always, like, you know, say that she sucks. She doesn't suck at all, but she was pretty good, all right? It's just at launch, again, she just didn't release, like, with someone to carry and help. But now with Escanor, right? You can mix match an Escanor team with her. She buffs everyone and helps and buffs herself. And it's like, it's a good team now, okay? So I'd say it. Elizabeth is good, and I will leave her on the list. She's definitely very good. Princess Brunhild. So she's really good, but I don't know what happened recently, okay? I've heard a lot of people telling me in my comments and in my Discord, right, that she just isn't used as much. So I think Escanor maybe was the cause of that, or I just don't know what the cause of it was, but she definitely has received a lot of, like, less usage in comparison. I wouldn't exit out and say that she's bad, because she's good at farming, okay? She's a really good unit if you want to go and farm some of the content, because, like, her AoE here will, like, one-shot everyone. So not a bad character by any means. I will not, like, X that out. Freyr, I don't even have to explain it. Freyr is so good. Literally good on the bird, good on the deer, good on the Skull and Hottie. Not the best at PvP, but let's not count that. His Death Ultimate helps you. He's good on the OG Demon. There is literally nothing you could say to Freyr. Absolute master of light, sun god. He is a god. So yes, we're leaving that. Blessing on Earth the End, more of a niche unit for clearing demons. But if you get it, damn, you're gonna be clearing demons fast, all right? Like, literally every time I invite an AI, and I'm bad, right? I judge people, right? I say, you know what? You walked in without Summer DN, I kick them, and then it's like AIs, not real players, AIs, okay? I kick them, and then if I get an AI with Blessing of Earth DN, oh my god, is it an easy clear, right? So definitely, you gotta get this if you could. A great unit, one of the ones on the list of the year here for one of the best units. Yeah, Berserker Staros is good. He's very good, right? I don't know about now, but when he released, he was great. Again, with Escanor, he's changed a lot of the meta. If you want to run Demon Team, you need Berserker Starosa. There's no way around it. And this is also really good for support and all of that. People still bashed him and everything, but it doesn't make him, like, terrible, right? His passive is kind of a must-have if you still want to run that Demon Team. So I'll leave it. It is a good unit to match, like, with this. It is a good unit, but, like, if you were to say this separate from everything else, obviously it wouldn't be good. But with Estarossa, definitely becomes something. Thonar doesn't need an explanation. Okay, don't even ask me why. You know why. She's a freaking deer unit. The dogs unit, sorry. Deer unit, dogs unit. And without it, how would you do anything? Okay, without her, you literally could not beat the dogs. It would be such a pain. So there is that. Reinhardt and Echidna released following this. So Reinhardt, again, you know, some of these units fell off, but Reinhardt, if you 6-6 Reinhardt, let me tell you now, you're a terrible person, because damn, is that annoying to deal with. 6-6 Reinhardts are just so freaking strong, and, like, you can go on forever dealing with a Reinhardt if the buffs play right for them. So Yeah, Reinhardt's really good. Okay, Reinhardt's really good. Akina too, because she helps in farming a lot of stuff, and she's really good on like the Merlin team or something like that. If you were to like manage it, she's a very good unit for the reason of her passive being a support and not a support at the same time. Plus this also being really strong for her. Good unit, very good unit. I would definitely say so. So on the list, Chandler. All right. Okay. It's an iffy one, right? He's good. It's just I never cared to like check out how exactly good he is. I know that there's like better options to run the demon team, but still he's like he buffs pierce rate. So this one's a hard one for me to like say. So personally, I wouldn't say he's the best of the year. Like some of the units that I've included are really damn good. This is gonna be an iffy one. I'm gonna get hated in the comments for this, but I don't know if he's like on top. Okay, so I will X that out. Again, he could be very good, but I don't have enough like research on him to say anything. I didn't care at this time of the game because I had just summoned here heavily, so I didn't have any care for Chandler. I didn't research anything into it. I literally made the summons guide saying, hey, you know, if you want demon team and you think that this could actually buff your demon team, because he might do it, it's good. It's just his CC is not the greatest. His basic stats are all right. He does good in some things, but I don't know if his passive really helps so much to where he's like a must summon. And again, that's what happened, right? So I said like wait till the like when he drops on SSR tickets, go for him then. So again, I wouldn't say best. So we'll leave it there. Merlin though, right? So again, she released. She was iffy. She was. Later on, Filo dropped. She was no longer iffy. Later on, Escanor dropped. She is no longer iffy at all because one of the teams with Merlin on there can really help you on Escanor. So just keep this in mind that Merlin is really good now. And she was good at launch. I said it. She was not bad. It just took some time to get some buffs for her. I literally said that, and it happened. So great thing there. Spooky Easton. I don't know, bro. This is good for Brawl. That's it. Genuinely speaking, this is good for Brawl. And yeah, so if you want this unit, it's like it's stopping Ultra Rush, right? If they use like what is it? If they use Frausion or whatever, right? So good unit, definitely bad timing and everything. I won't include it in the best. Filo was good. Raphtalia was good. So Filo was great. Can't say anything there. Raphtalia and Naofumi were definitely iffy. Together they're great, but like separate, obviously they're not good. Naofumi is pretty good for survivability. His 1/6 ultimate is pretty turd. They're mid too. So I'll say like you could say 50-50 on these. You can either say best or not. I can definitely I won't say they're the best, but they were damn good. Separated, they're definitely not too good. Raphtalia is really bad separated. But because they're together, they work. Again, this, oh my, yeah, screw those two. This, oh my god. If you got Kizuna, you should, it's free. But she will carry you, like literally every guide I've made recently in the last few weeks was just Kizuna. You got her for free. She carries you through everything. Best character, bro. Literally my favorite character on this entire list is Kizuna. She has saved my life in so much content. It's not even funny. Cusack. Nah, Cusack ain't it, bro. Cusack, nah. For me, he ain't it. He's all right. Definitely not like the best of the year. I can X that one out happily. Ultimate Escanor. Oh, what a unit, bro. What a unit. Everything about this unit is just Chad. It screams Chad, all right? Great unit. Broken, insane. Destroys the game. Destroys the meta. Griamore, he's really good. As much as people say like, oh, you have to like build specifically something, you can't run him that well. He is good. If you run a defense team, this is gonna be nuts for you. Griamore for a free character, I will include it here. He kind of helps out on the bird if you run a specific team for it. He really helps out in PvP if you run a specific team for it. He is a good unit. For a free unit, because of freeness and his damage, I will include him in the list. So overall, those are all the units that released this year. Again, there's a lot here I left in. If you want to see it again, here you go. These are the units that I said are really, really good, and just the best units of the year. If you look at it, only a few units really got X'd out because each unit served a purpose, and for specific teams that serve a purpose, right? So they overall did a good year here, to where some units just weren't, like some of them only weren't like top tier helping out. For example, going through it, like Elaine wasn't too great, being like super insanely helpful in just a lot of the meta. She was great on a specific team, but just that's it. Hawk also pretty bad. What is it? Like Zeldris was not bad. He's pretty good, right? Chandler was, iffy. Cusack was a little bit iffy. What is it? Naofumi and Raphtalia together, they're great. a little bit separated. It gets a little bit on the side there. A latte, not really the best. But there were some good ones, some okay ones, some that just didn't work too well, but were, you know, there. That's currently the list. That's what I wanted to say for the best units that released this year. A lot released this year, so keep that in mind. But I tried my best here. Let me know if I was wrong about anything. With that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe. Peace out. That's been it for me. Enjoy. And yeah, not bad.